This is little Vegas. You want to show her face?
Yes. She's our Bruno Juniper
Hold her
girl.
up so they can see. Look at that. She's so cute. She's so big. How much does she weigh now?
She's like 14.5 pounds.
And she's 9 weeks old now? Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So, back in...
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Bye, Mom.
Bye. Have a good day.
Mimi. Bye.
Anyway, sorry.
So back in August, you put out a story on Instagram saying if there's any questions people had for us. And how
Yes.
we got quite a big response.
No, we did not.
Okay. What kind of response did we get?
It wasn't that many. You make us sound like we're so popular. Okay. So yes, we got a few questions. I don't know if you can see from there, but bless you.
Okay. So the first question is from Tango5017. When should Goldens be spayed and neutered? Studies seem to show later is better. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? Yeah, with that one, bless you. Yes. Okay. So we recommend. There are a lot of studies that show that later is better.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye.
Bye.
So we recommend at least waiting until the age of 2. So studies definitely show that later is better, and we can find some of those studies online and share if you guys want to see that. But yeah, there are even studies that show that it can by spaying and neutering too early on in a dog's life, and Golden specifically, can actually cause cancer. And also Goldens are a slow growing breed. They can take up to 3 years to be fully grown. Like most of the time when you see a Golden, even at 1, they haven't even reached their full beauty. That's something I really notice with our lines. Yeah, our lines, and even like Blaze, which he is from Leon Golden, but even with him, I feel like he didn't fully mature until 3. So I mean, he was pretty at 1, 2, but by 3 it was just, I mean, that's when he really was beautiful. You could just tell that by then he's got his gorgeous coat and great bone and big head and just beautiful, fully mature, big, beautiful Golden. So I mean, that's a lot of years for, although they're quickly growing puppies, they're just not really fully matured physically for so long. So I think it's really important for them to have the hormones that they were born with and intended to have through those growing years. So, you know, and then maybe consider spaying and neutering after that.
But I think it is important, especially like for females, for them to be spayed, because like you have the risk of them getting PIO.
Yeah. Which is a very scary uterine infection. And they don't have to, so just so a Golden Retriever female is going to cycle like every 6 to 9 months. And so I believe it's only during that heat cycle time that they can catch an like some sort of bacteria and you know, end up with an infection in their uterus. But they don't have to be bred or mated with another dog in order to get this infection. So, yeah, there's a chance of that. So I think with a female, you maybe need to consider spaying. You know, if you don't want to spay, you want to leave that female intact for the other like health benefits. You know, just really keep an eye out if she starts acting off. So,
especially like after a heat cycle.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, because it can happen quickly, and most of the time, PIO can actually be really deadly. And most of the time, the only way to cure that infection is through spaying. So, like, I don't know. I think it would be rare for a vet to just, you know, prescribe antibiotics or something, because it's quick and it's deadly. So most of the time, it's like, let's emergently spay this dog just to save its life. So. Yeah, it can happen after a dog has a litter of puppies too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so typically later
Later is
in
better.
our opinion, later is better.
And with males, maybe consider never neutering a male. It's just, I guess maybe just go off the individual, what you feel, is best. But I would definitely wait 2 or 3 years if you can. Even if you're really set on it early, or you just feel like there's a risk of, your dog getting another dog pregnant or your dog getting pregnant, I think just waiting as long as you can is wonderful. Let them mature for a year, 15 months. Let them have a heat cycle or two for a female. I think that would be great because it's just good to let them be how they're naturally supposed to be. So, yeah. So our next question is, hello, how are you? Do you ship to Ecuador? I would like a puppy.
I'm sure if you're serious, that's something we could arrange.
Yeah.
I know shipping to most countries, the puppy has to be at least 16 weeks old and have a rabies shot and everything to go to enter in through customs. But yeah, I'm sure that's something we could do if you were truly interested.
We could look into it for sure. I think for us with like shipping, like we have purchased, dogs, puppies, and they've been shipped to us. But we have never shipped our puppies, like just put them in cargo on an airplane and shipped them off. So it's just not something we're really comfortable with.
We always fly with them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we have, we do have a couple puppies out of country, in Mexico, but I mean, other than that, all of our puppies are in the US. So it is something that we're open to. I think we would just want to feel good about our puppy actually making it to you safe and sound. So I think it's just something we would need to look in a little bit more. Yeah, because for each country, the rules are a little bit different as far as like
different laws as far as pets coming into their country.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be something we'd have to look and see if we were truly interested. What is the toughest part of raising a pup? How do I best acclimate them to my 1-year-old? I would say the toughest part of raising a puppy would be dedicating the time to them when you first bring them home, setting time out of your schedule for potty training, crate training. I think if you have the time and you dedicate the time when you first bring them home, that'll go a long ways, and you'll be much happier with your puppy in the long run. I would definitely have an area set up for them, whether it's a laundry room with a child gate or a crate that they're going to sleep in. I think it's important that they have their safe spot, their safe place to go, and also a safe place to keep them when you aren't home watching them. And then how do I best get them acclimated to my 1-year-old? I guess if it's a 1-year-old dog you're talking about, typically as long as the dog is well socialized, I think you can, under supervision, put them together and they'll be best buddies within a few minutes.
I would say, yeah, in most cases.
In most
Especially if
cases,
it's another
yeah.
golden, they'll be so tickled to have a buddy. Yeah.
So, and if it's a human child, 1-year-old, just remember that it is a puppy, so make sure you're there to supervise, because puppies can scratch, can play too rough. So,
and so can human.
And so can the
babies.
humans, yes.
So you want to be...
So I think the important thing is just being there and being able to supervise.
Yeah. That way no one gets hurt.
Yes.
Okay, so the next question is Sarah Elizabeth. How did you start your program? Your dogs are so beautiful. Thank you. We started our program back in like 2011. And we really just started then just 100% as a hobby for fun. And we would just have like a litter here and there. And we did not have the quality of Goldens that we have now. So sort of, I guess in 2018, just some different things had happened. And I just decided, I guess in a way I was sort of losing my passion for it. And we just decided that we really wanted to have just the best possible dogs and just to where we were only breeding the best. And so we really just basically scrapped our original lines, and we don't have any of our original lines breeding or anything today. In 2018, we imported Claire from Golden Trip in Brazil. And yeah, so that was cool. We actually drove down there because I was way too nervous to thinking of her flying in a crate all the way to Indianapolis. And so I thought, oh, well, it would be easier on her if I just drove 24-hour drive, 24 hours. So
yes, you drove to Miami.
Yeah, I drove to Miami, and here we are. We live in the country. I'm not a city girl, so Miami is a lot. But yeah, so that was cool though. We went to Miami Beach and got to see that. And I had my 2 kids with me. I had a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old. So that was wild. And my mom came with me. So yeah, we went down to Miami and actually met Carol there from Golden Trip. She flew with with Claire to Miami from Brazil. And then, we picked up Claire and drove straight back to Indiana as quickly as we could. So that was really cool.
One of your first big road trips too.
Yeah, really was. Once we got Claire, then we, her first litter ended up being in 2020, straight in the middle of, well, they were born on tax day, so April 15th of 2020. That was where Gigi and Bruno and J-Lo, that's where they all came from. So that ended up truly being one of the nicest litters we've ever had, which obviously I'm really biased, and that litter's just always going to be so special. But I just think even in the moment, we had never had puppies that were quite that stunning. So never, not even close, really.
They were very nice. Bruno, he's still really nice. Gigi.
They're all nice,
yes,
the whole litter.
Gigi.
And the cool thing about that litter is we had kept some back, and now we just have Gigi and Bruno. My mom has J-Lo now. But we had kept some back. The owner of the stud dog kept one. There was another one that lives in Kentucky that went into a breeding program. And yeah, so it was neat because, and you can even verify all of this on OFA, but it was neat because several of the puppies from that litter all had their health testing done, and, good hips and elbows and eyes and heart. And, so that was neat to have them turn out so beautifully physically and pass all their health testing. So you just can't ask for better than that. So yeah, that's really how we got started and what brought us to the lines we have now. Yeah, it was just a complete hobby. Nathan still worked full-time elsewhere for years, and it was really more just my hobby, and then I dragged him into it. He had no choice. No, but now, so now currently Nathan works full-time with the dogs, and so do I. And then now we also, earlier this year, hired my mom, and so she works full-time just helping grooming and cleaning. And I feel like we show all the beautiful parts on Instagram because, who wants to show any of the negative parts? I don't know.
There's a lot of work behind it.
There's so much work behind it. I would say we showed the pretty parts, but then behind the scenes we're sweating and cleaning up poop, and so that's the reality of owning dogs and puppies. It's constant cleanup. So, but it's fun. The next question is, by Susan Harrison, do you ever have a puppy that you feel you have to keep?
Yes, I think there's definitely been a couple puppies that we felt we've had to keep.
For sure,
I guess
Gigi's litter.
You talked about Gigi's litter, Gigi, Bruno,
J-Lo. They were just a dream.
They're beautiful puppies. We're definitely glad we kept them.
Yeah.
One of our more recent litters, Bruno and Juniper, Jolene, the instant she was born,
he was instantly attached to her.
We felt we had to keep her.
I don't feel like
nice
that
dog.
happens very often though.
So,
He was stuck on her the second she came out. He was like, oh my gosh.
She's a very nice puppy.
And then there's puppies that we sort of really put a lot of effort into that, or even just litters, like puppies that were just, that we are drawn to more. And one I can think of from this year was Oscar. And he ended up having an underdeveloped eye, which we didn't realize until he was 3 weeks old. So not only did this puppy end up blind in one eye, which he's actually healthy and doing great right now, several months old. Was he born in January?
He was late January of this year.
Yeah, he was born in late January.
So yeah, Oscar would be 9 months old.
Yeah, with him, oh my goodness, do you want to, like, from the second he was born, I mean, gosh, within the first 24 hours, I don't think he would latch or anything.
No, he just
instantly struggled
to survive. He kept on losing weight. We had to tube feed him around the clock every 2 hours.
It's so much. You get no sleep because by the time you get him tube fed, and you get everything sterilized, and you tube feed him, and then it's almost time. By the time you get cleaned up again, it's almost time to wake up and feed him again. It's a lot. We spent so much time on that little guy, and that was really, he never ended up latching on and nursing, I don't think, at all.
No.
We ended up, just whatever he would do, just syringe feeding, we tried bottle feeding, we tried everything to get him to eat. And we would even get milk from was it Jade baby or Junie?
Oscar was from Jade.
So we would even get milk from her, and that way he could have her milk. But then we would have to feed it to him because I don't know. It just something was just off with him. I don't know. But I mean, then we just weren't even sure if he was going to make it for such a long time. But then 3 weeks come around, and he started eating like a little bit of canned food. We were obviously still giving him mostly milk, and he just kept thriving and thriving and thriving. I think by the time he left, he was 10 or 11 pounds.
Oh yeah,
he was like a perfect size.
He was a healthy puppy, other than his underdeveloped eye.
Yeah, 3 weeks old when we noticed that he seemed blind in one eye, because they don't open their eyes until they're about 2 weeks old. And so then that first the first couple days, it's normal if there's a little cloudiness or just whatever. They don't look 100%. Open and see perfectly the first day. But the time he was 6 weeks old, I think, we had already called our veterinary ophthalmologist that we use, that we go to in Indy, and pretty early taken him to an appointment there with a specialist, because we were like, we just want to know what's wrong. And turns out when he did see our local vet instantly called and diagnosed him with the exact same thing.
Yes.
So we could have just went to our local vet, but I don't know, we thought, oh well, let's take him to the specialist, like if there's something we can do, or is there something that we've done to cause this. But no, it just
but that's good when both vets come to the same conclusion.
Yeah, but I feel like we're rambling about that now. But I think that even with him, with a puppy like that, you've put so much effort, lost so much sleep over, trying to save his life and just help him thrive. And I feel like a puppy like that, you're really connected with, and you kind of want to keep. There are puppies that we do feel like we have to keep, but I think sometimes we have to ask ourselves, is this really what's in the best interest of the puppy, of that dog, for us to keep? So, which in most cases, it's not. So we really need to focus on keeping those dogs that are, that we can use in our program. You have to be careful or we'll become dog hoarders. We can't keep every puppy that we're connected to. So there are many puppies that it's a little harder for us to let go of, but it's just kind of part of what we do,
Mm-hmm.
When you post your puppy pictures, can you please post their names and parents' names? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. I post most everything to Instagram, so I will work on that and try to remember. What determines your cost or range of price for a puppy? So our prices are just one price for a puppy, for every puppy. We don't sell male or females like for a different price. And we had so many people that were asking us for like a premium option to basically have the chance to purchase a pick of litter puppy for, and paying more. So we did decide to go ahead and do something like that. And so we've kind of been, learning and navigating that this year.
Yes, so we do offer a premium pick puppy, which is first or second pick, male, female puppy. And they're only available if we decide not to keep those puppies back for our program.
Yeah.
And they're sold at a first come, first served basis. So once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, and it's not always available from every litter. But yeah, just when we have that option, we can offer it. Why do you have a wait list yet show puppies available at times? So yeah, we have a wait list, and typically our wait is anywhere from, it's anyone who's wanting to commit to a puppy really within the next 6 months to the next 2 years. So a lot of people on that wait list are not really wanting a puppy right now or within the next 6 months. They're more wanting to wait a couple of years, but they want to go ahead and get their name on our wait list so that they can just move up the wait list over time. So there are times we never know how many puppies we're going to have. We never know the genders of the puppies we're going to have. So, maybe we don't have enough of a certain gender, or, maybe it's not the pairing that someone wanted. There's many reasons, or timing. And so, maybe we had more puppies than what we planned, or, maybe we have the puppies all spoken for, once they're here, but then, a couple different, maybe we decide, we're not going to keep from this litter, for whatever reason, whether it's we don't have a guardian home lined up or something like that.
Or maybe somebody was planning on taking home a puppy, but something came up.
Yeah, something that happens so often, where someone will be like, yes, I'll apply my deposit towards this litter, and then 6-7 weeks later they back out for whatever reason. Something's come up and the timing is just not working out for them anymore. So yeah, that happens too. So it's very common to have puppies available even though we have a wait list. So yeah. Can you really tell the personality differences between the puppies? I like that question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think you definitely can.
Yeah, there are some puppies, I think the ones that are going to be the more outgoing, like full of personality puppies, that sometimes I really think that, once you're a couple weeks in, you'll be reflecting over that past couple of weeks of this certain puppy that's been sticking out the whole time. And as you see their personalities continue to develop, you're like, that puppy has stuck out from the second it was born, just as being one with more energy. So I think for sure you can definitely tell the personality differences. Yeah. I think that the ones that are really outgoing and energetic and have higher energy are really obvious, and then the really calm ones are usually very obvious, and then it's the ones in between that you're more like, I just don't know that there's like a ton of, differences between these puppies. And then like the river litter that we had earlier this year, that litter, they were like all the same almost. I mean,
they all tested very well when we took them in for temperament testing.
Yeah.
They all 15 puppies actually tested in the service or therapy dog category. So
that was wild to have.
Crazy.
It really just meant that all of them, none of them were like real shy or afraid. They were very confident puppies, but we, we're really hands-on with our puppies. So I think that makes a massive difference. Are you doing another River Blaze litter soon?
So yes, we are. We already paired Blaze and River. Their litter is actually due November 9th.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes, we are hoping the pregnancy took, and if all goes well, we should have puppies around November 9th.
Yeah, and then that litter would be ready to go like basically like January 4th.
Yes.
And those, oh my goodness, that pairing last time turned out so stunning, so stunning. The Blaze puppies are really nice, and we will have a pregnancy confirmation done for her
early October.
Early October.
So.
Okay. And when is the next litter planned? So before that, we paired Quest and Bo together. And Quest is a light golden and Bo is a very dark golden. So that'll be a fun range of colors, kind of like the River Blaze pairing. The coloring is similar, just swapped with the genders.
Yeah,
but
so we hope to have a pregnancy confirmation early next week. I'm sure you'll post something to Instagram or the website when we know. But her litter is actually due October 27th. So not too far away.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's our next litter coming. It'll be confirmed soon, and then we'll let you know for sure. And then River, and then we've also bred S'more to Blaze.
S'more and Blaze.
And then we have Aspen in heat right now, and she'll be bred this weekend. So those puppies will be born in November and through December, the beginning of December 1st.
And ready for their homes January through February.
Yeah, so we'll have, you know, if they all take, I mean, even this summer we bred 3 litters of puppies, or we bred 3 dogs, and we ended up with one pregnancy out of the 3 that we bred, and 3 puppies. So it just,
so you never know.
Can never count on it. So that's why we're just moving forward. We're breeding everyone. You know, it's like the litters range in all different sizes, so you never know how many. But yeah, then beyond that, check out our website, because I have all of our future pairings. The heat cycles, you can never really know. It's just sort of a guess of when they'll come into heat. So I think we'll have a lot of dogs come into heat over the next few months even, and we'll have puppies ready in the spring. So, and we absolutely have room on our wait list. So if you're looking for a puppy,
yes, if you're hoping for a male or female puppy, we should have room on our wait list. As of now, I would estimate if you're wanting a female puppy, we may have a female puppy from Quest Litter, which would be
this year.
Yeah, this year,
right
just
before
Christmas.
Yeah.
So we may have a female puppy available from her litter, and then if you're wanting a male puppy, we should have a male puppy ready to go home, and one of our February litters, one of our litters that are ready to go home in February.
And there's always a chance that a male will come available sooner than that. I mean, it just kind of depends on the litter size and how many of each gender. It's just hard to say. There could be 2 males in the whole litter, or there could be 10. So you just never know. Quite literally, River had 10 male puppies in her last litter.
She did. 10 males
that was
and
wild.
5 females. Litter of 15.
Anastasia asks, how far in advance can I fill application out for the puppy?
If you're serious about getting a puppy from us, then I would say go ahead and fill it out. And that way we can stay in contact if you have any questions. And then when you're ready to truly commit to a puppy by placing a deposit, then you'll be in the queue for our wait list. And when it comes time for puppy selection, we do go by the order in which we received the deposit. So the sooner you get your deposit in, the more priority you'll have when it comes for puppy selection time.
Yeah, and our deposits are non-refundable. So we do ask that you know, do your research on us, chat with us on the phone, you know, talk with us as much as you need to through email and stuff, and be sure you want a puppy from us before you send that money. Just, you know, that way we only really want your deposit if you're serious that you want a puppy from us.
Yes, make sure you're truly ready, you're truly committed to bring home one of our puppies before placing a deposit.
Yeah. And
so if you enjoyed this Q&A series, let us know. If you have any more questions that you would like us to answer, let us know. And
yeah, if you have any video ideas, I was almost thinking, you know, that maybe like we could elaborate more. Like an idea I had in my head is I could elaborate more on like how we got our program started. So I think, you know, I'm not really sure who will watch these videos. So if you're a breeder and you would like, you know, some perspective from like a breeder's perspective, I feel like we have learned so much. Being a breeder is brutal. So there is a lot of ups and downs, and it is like not a job for the faint of heart, because it is 24/7. Whether you are sick, whether it's a holiday, you don't get a day off. So there's no such thing. So it's a lot. So if you want to know more about that kind of thing, or if you're more, you know, just wanting to know other things, that just let us know, and maybe we can either sit down and make another video like this, or I know we've had people ask for like day in the life stuff. But that's kind of hard to do. I don't know. It's like it's
like there's not enough time.
I know. There's not enough time to then, you know, it's like you need to do this task, but wait for a set up a camera and video the task. And then also half the time, you know, it really is like kind of a sweaty, dirty job. I feel like, you know, you're cleaning poop, or, you know, it's just, I don't know, grooming a dog. So, you know, shorts and a tank top or t-shirt, and hair not done, no makeup on. Yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. And I guess,
And maybe we'll see you next time if we have
yeah,
another video.
yeah, sounds good. Bye, guys.
Okay, so back in August.
Now you're gonna start over again.
Okay. Okay, got your hair perfect.
No.
So back in August, you put out a story on Instagram saying if there's any questions our viewers had for us.
Viewers. Oh God. Nathan.
So, saying if there's any questions.
Okay. Hi, baby.
Mama.
There are a lot of studies that show that later is better.
Bye.
Bye. So
Bye, Daddy.
Bye.
Bye.